and this is, to be honest, I don't know what episode it is. It might be like 40. The last time I actually typed the number was like episode 36, which I think that's the last one before my cousin died. Our feature on the Elegant Gang. I'm gonna pour a little bit out because I don't want to cloud up off the name because I know you was famous out there in them streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pour a little bit of something out for the cuz, man. A little bit of that, a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Drink up, PP. But yes, man, we're gonna be talking about a whole lot of weed. Whole lot of weed. But yes, it's gonna be a good one. Just waiting on my co-host, man. Cadillac Daddy JD. I guess let me see who we got. Oh yeah. Let me send it to the homie. Let me resend it to the homie. Let me resend it to the homie. Hey, let me resend it to the homie. Shop. Hey man, this nigga always gotta fuck it up. But yeah, he should be here. We're gonna be talking about Siddiq's new stand up. We're gonna be talking about them Instagram thoughts. He thought I was gonna yell, didn't he? It's Sunday, I don't do that, man. Instagram thought boppers that got caught with all of them. We're gonna be talking about Tyrese's little milk dud head Vlad TV comments. We're gonna be talking about we should just have a Boosie topic of the week every time, just like we have a red pill topic of the week. We should have a Boosie topic of the week. Man, I could just start a whole podcast and just talk about Boosie. Just talk about little Boosie. I don't want to do that though. I don't want to seem like a cock monster over this nigga Boosie. And you know what? Because I grew up on Boosie. But you know why I stopped listening to Boosie? Because here's why. I stopped listening to Boosie. I liked his mainstream stuff. I liked a lot of it. He came out with two mixtapes, right? I can't remember the name of it. But I listened to one and I was like, this nigga sounds like the southern version of Tupac with a weird voice. And I'm thinking the nigga was doing it on purpose as an homage. And I listened to another Boosie mixtape, the one where he had Death Around the Corner. But the first one, he had a whole bunch of Tupac beats. It might have been all Tupac beats. But then I was like, this nigga just, that's his style. He just raps like Tupac. That's just that's just how he rocks. But shout out to Lil Boosie though. What up, man? We got the host with the most, Cadillac Daddy, all the trade D's. What's up, Mike?
Shoot, man, what's good, y'all? What's good?
Yes. Before we start, I would like to say we're gonna have a guest next week. We're gonna be on Instagram. We're gonna have the homie Flyboy Chip, and then at some point, either me or both of us are gonna be on his podcast just to show that love back. Flyboy Chip on Spotify. He has a Spotify podcast. So we're gonna go ahead and shout that out. I'm gonna get the link, put that in the description after the live, man. But how you been doing today, man?
I'm not, but all right.
That's good to hear. So the first thing I want to talk about, because I just got a couple more details, is these Instagram thought boppers, bro, got
All
caught
right.
up got caught up with 217 pounds of cocaine in Alabama, of all states. One's name is Rochelle, and the other one's name, the other one's name is
Melissa,
Mushel.
Melissa
That's probably how
DeFord.
they fucking. That's probably how they built their bond. They're like, "What's your name? Oh my God, our names sound so much the same." But it's 217 pounds. I don't know when they start measuring brocaine in pounds. Where I come from, we measure them in kilos. So I did the conversion just using my dope boy brain, and that's 98.3 kilos of coke of brocaine. So either they got shorted 2.7 kilos, or they just got that off and they shorted somebody else.
Somebody short somewhere.
Somebody got short. Somebody's missing something
Shut their
somewhere.
nose. It might be in their system. It might be in their. That's how they get caught.
There
They
you go.
caught. They, they got
Niggas up
caught
all
being
night
high. Like,
twerking,
oh
making
shit.
Instagram videos and shit. But
What?
just to give y'all a little backstory, um, the African American queen, Michelle, her story, which is probably where she got caught
No,
up.
no. You talking about Raquel? It's no
Ra-
Michelle. It's Raquel.
Raquel and who else? What's the other chick's name?
Melissa.
Melissa.
Yeah.
See, I just took an L. I just took an L. Melissa. Melissa. So Melissa goes on a talk show and talks about how she lost her job twice during COVID, and she started a legging business. Now, what a lot of people don't consider, just like the video, I'm getting all my facts from O'Shea Dude Jackson. Shout out to him, one of my favorite black YouTubers in general. But you went on this show announcing that you got all this fame and all this money. You started this legging company. We all know that businesses typically don't start making a profit until 2 years after. So now you're saying you have millions of dollars off of a business that hasn't even turned a profit yet. So of course you got investigated by them guys. That was dumb in the first place. You're trying to flex like you got money when there's really no way you could have made money off this endeavor. But I, I think the most important thing that we need to realize is, you know, these are one of the downfalls of being Instagram famous. Niggas don't know how to leverage their fame. Number one, and number two, you got to keep up with your fake image. So now these women have been subjected to having to go into the game and go into the system because they wanted to appear to be popular. They didn't want to actually make money. They wanted to make fans. You feel me? And then they didn't even know how to use their fame to get the money.
Like they said, she only wants 20,000 followers.
Bro, a lot of these people would rather have 100,000 followers than $100,000, and you don't even know how to use the 100,000 followers to get the money. That's crazy.
You said 100. Matter of fact, if I got 100,000 followers, each of them cash out me $1. That's like I can get $100,000 in a day. Just cash out me $1.
Hundred
Just cash
thousand.
out me $1 once a week. I promise you.
I'm starting a raffle. Who wants to spend a day with me? The raffle is only $2 to enter. Boom. That's 40 bands right there. Somebody's gonna want to take a picture with you and spend a day with you and have lunch. Whoever okay, so boom. We'll say it's $5 to enter the raffle. Out of $100,000 followers, 10,000 people are gonna put in that $5. And especially if you're a female and you're paying for the whole day, $5 with a bad bitch, taking pictures, doing videos, coming on the pod. Nigga, what? I would have charged $10. That's 100 bands right there. So I used this little probably out of the 100 bands, I spent $10,000 to fly anywhere in America and spend the day with you and spend probably what $2,000 on this day. Do you know how simple that is? They could have did that every day. They could have just lived their life like that for real. Especially if you're and then if you're a rapper, I'll give you a free track. Boom. That's all you got to do. I just gave you some game. That's all you got to do. Stay interacting with your fans and your supporters. Just keep your face on there and just hey, who wants to spend the day with me? I'll take you to dinner and I'll take you to dinner with a $500 cap. I'll do a free track for you, and we can spend the day together. Boom. And we could take unlimited pictures, do a 1 hour live together. $100,000 for one day of work. What the fuck? You could do that 10 times and be a millionaire, bro. 11 if you want to pay the taxes on it. It's crazy, niggas don't. What? And females do this shit. That's the thing. Women do that in real life to survive, but you can't do that for a day when you
I
were
know.
grown. You were taught to do that for 30 plus years for the rest of your life, but you can't do that for a day.
Nope, too easy.
That's too.
Too easy.
It's so easy that a smart motherfucker wouldn't even think about that shit.
I put my head on back and say I could release in my face.
Sold your pussy for $200 for an hour, but you can't sell your day with no sex for $100. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shit. When I have a daughter, she is gonna be the most virgin prostitute ever. When I say virgin, virgin, virgin mogul,
Mm.
not a prostitute. Though. My bad. I apologize to my future daughter. My girl's not pregnant, but I'm gonna have a daughter. So is that all you have to say about that topic, man, or you want to move on to the next one?
They find it. They find it in the floorboards. They find it everywhere. They find it everywhere in the car. Tried to hide it. Tried to hide it. They found it.
100 kilos, and
Yeah.
that's not, huh?
Honestly, when they got arrested, they found it. They found drugs in two spots. They only got caught. They originally got caught with 2 pounds. They originally got caught with 2 pounds.
That's dumb.
But when the car get impounded and stuff like that, they went and searched the dogs. The dogs hit on the doors and stuff. So they had to take the door panels, floor panels, everything apart, and they found all of it.
I'm gonna tell you what that comes from. You said they only found 2 pounds. A kilogram is 2.2 kilogram is 2.2 pounds, bro. So that means to me that they separated one brick because they didn't want to. They probably bagged it up in a specific way to the point where they didn't want to have to count it or weigh it or move it a specific way. So that just comes from laziness, because they probably got off, like I said, they probably got off like that 3 keys, and they probably had them separated in a specific way. So that's probably where they got that from. Where they found those 2 pounds, it was already five, and they got those three off. So I don't know if they were doing drop offs and they just happened to land in Alabama, because one bit is from Cali,
I
the
want to
other
know.
bit,
I want
huh?
to know who they delivering it for. Forget that. Who
I
y'all
don't,
delivering it for?
I
Y'all
don't.
obviously,
They'll
obviously
tell
y'all
us,
need drivers. I got a driver's license. Obviously y'all need drivers and a driver's license.
bro. They're telling, bro. One of them bitches have kids. That's a fact. One of them have kids, and all you gotta say is, if you don't tell us who it is, then your children are gonna go in the system, and they're gonna get this and this and this. Yeah, that's why I don't trust females with the crime stuff, bro. Because all you gotta
Hey,
say, do you really want to do this to your kid? Their maternal instincts are gonna kick in, and they're gonna tell on the whole everybody.
like I
Just
said, they need drivers. Hey, you the plug. You need a driver. Call me. I'm available. I got a license. I got a license and I got veteran plates. I ain't getting pulled over. I ain't getting pulled over.
got
I know
them.
I know how to maneuver in those little towns anyway. You you just pass through. You don't stop at no gas station nothing. You always wait till you get on gas in those towns.
I would have never drove.
Damn. You good? Oh God, I don't like it. Yes. He having technical difficulties. Sorry about that, y'all. He gonna pop right back in a little bit. So yeah. So crime doesn't pay. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just say no to crime. Just say no to crime. How y'all get caught? I don't get it. Man, you
I
back
don't know
on.
what happened,
You
bro.
back on.
Huh?
I say good thing you back on.
Yeah, man. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, that was pretty. That was goofy, bro. They were. It seemed like they were doing random drop offs, or not even random, calculated drop offs, because one's from Cali, the other one's from Florida. So they probably came from Texas, and then they were hitting. They hit Mississippi. They were gonna do something in Alabama. What's after Alabama? Georgia, and they were taking that to Florida somewhere, probably North Florida, because, well, I mean, it's just because you're from Miami doesn't mean that you get it from the Caribbean islands. I knew people from Florida that got their work from Georgia and from Texas and from Mexico, so it's not impossible. Um, but whatever the case may be, that was just that was not smart. That was not smart. The only
Probably shipping it back.
the person
Probably
who put
shipping it
them in
back
that
to Cuba.
position. What do you say?
Probably shipping it back to Cuba.
They
Yeah.
could have just they could have shipped it by boat through the Gulf of Mexico. That's closer.
But I'm saying they could actually ship it to Cuba too, though.
They could have. They could have because it's a different situation. But at the end of the day, what was I saying? I think that they were probably whoever put them in that position. They were probably thinking like, okay, if they get pulled over, they'll be like, no, of course we don't have anything. Do you know who we are? We're about to go to a party. We're two Instagram models. I got 50K on Instagram. She has 100K on Instagram. We don't have any drugs in the car. Sir, we don't do any of that stuff. But again, these are two minor the second most racist state in the country. Alabama.
What?
I will move anywhere in America besides Mississippi
What? Then why you
and
not?
Alabama.
Why you
I
not on
would
the tour road? Why you not just? Why you not on the tour road? Why you in little small towns where no nigga should
would they
be
got
at?
pulled over on the street.
Nah, they was going through a small town. That's what it looked like.
You know why? Because their stupid ass tried to take the back road.
No, you don't take no back roads. Sorry.
That's what they were trying to do. They were trying to take the back
No,
roads where it's
you
less
take
police.
you
It's
take
less police, but if they see you, they're gonna pull you over because they're bored and they haven't seen you before.
right like who these niggas? No,
I'm
it's
staying
only
on
three
the main
niggas in this
street.
town. I know all three of
I'm
them.
staying on the main streets, and I'm only moving during the day. As
Exactly.
soon if as soon as it hits like it's summertime, bro, it's about to be it's springtime, so the sun's going down at like still like 6, 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock. We're looking for a hotel. We're staying there until 6 o'clock, and then we're hitting the streets again. I don't care what this dude said. Do you might want to harm me at the end of the day, but you would rather you have your product though.
You're right.
I'm trying to help you, help me, help you. Like nigga, I'm moving strategically, but these are young bitches and they never did this before. That's not a logical thing to do what they did.
I'm moving like normal traffic move. 9 to 5. 9 to 5.
Facts, bro. I'm driving those I'm taking advantage of the sun and I'm hiding during the day. If we can make it from Tupelo to Montgomery, if we can make it through these states in 12 hours, I'm stopping every 12 hours. I don't care what you got to say, bro. I'm not driving at night with 100 keys with my body weight and cocaine. What the fuck
Right.
are you talking about? And they probably, what kind of car did they have, bro?
I don't even know. I don't even
They
looking
probably
on
have
that.
a Benz, or they probably had some nice shit. They didn't have a little 95 neon. They didn't have that. They didn't have a Toyota Camry. And if they did have a Toyota Camry, it was in the year, which is dumb. I would have had something respectable, bro. I would have had a 2007 Intrepid. I'm moving real inconspicuous in this bitch.
Shoot,
I would
me.
have had a fucking Chrysler 300, nigga.
I would have had a car at least 10 years old, but the motor brand new in that bitch. Brand
Exactly,
new
bro.
engine.
Something stupid. I probably would have had, what's that called, a PT Cruiser, something that people don't drive like that. Nigga, like give me a grandma car, and I'm gonna paint that bitch white.
I'm moving like a broke black dude for real. I'm moving like a broke black dude.
And let me put some handicap plates on that bitch. With some bumper stickers. My child just graduated from Eagles Landing Middle School with honors. Give me that car. I don't want no nigga. A lot of people, but you don't want this SUV. You don't want the minivan. No, bro. No. That's a giveaway. Big giveaway. Because you can always say, I'm doing this, and you my grandma. I'm returning her car to her. That's why it has handicaps on it. Oh, you're doing? Yes, I am.
Right.
Pod. But this channel teach you how to stay out. That's, if you're gonna, some people who watch our content, they live how they live. I'm not encouraging. I don't. I definitely don't want to encourage you to do anything. I just want to encourage you to make the right choice if you're going to do something of that sort. I don't want you to go to jail. Whatever your motivation is, if you're real with the street life, then you know rule number one is to have a plan to escape that street life and to use your money not to floss and not to flex and not to just be out here looking magnificent and beautiful. The whole point of getting in the street is to get out the street. And if
Exactly.
that's if your plan is to not do that, then I don't really have any information for you. I don't want to go. I don't want you to. I don't want you to go to jail. But if you don't understand the whole purpose of getting in the street is to get out the street and have a good plan, a good exit plan, an exit strategy,
And
I
these
don't want you to
bitches
go
didn't
to
even have
jail.
to
And
be in the street. These bitches didn't even have to be in the street. That's the crazy part.
they could have got a loan. They could have went
They
to
was making
school.
they was making money. They was making good money on appearances.
I mean, if they were, they wouldn't have did that.
No, they weren't. They was just living above their means. That's what happens when they introduce these people to the lifestyle of being a celebrity before you get celebrity money.
So I do want to sneak.
All right, that's cool.
This is why all this information out here on how to Kevin Samuels lately. This is why we need coaches. This is why we need mentors. And it doesn't have. It could be a pimp. It could be somebody
That's
like
it.
Kevin Samuels because it would have been handled a lot better if they had proper instructions, some proper and ladies, you can have conversations with a pimp without selling your body. There's pimps that are authentic pimps that will give you counsel without you actually selling your body. Their teacher, if they could manage 10 plus thousands of women over the course of 20 years and make them successful, most of them, they can help you with a couple $100,000 for whatever price they charge. I don't know. I'm not a pimp and I don't understand whatever they do. But at the end of the day, this is an easily avoidable situation. If you had those couple $1,000s to invest, then you wouldn't have had to go that route. So it's just about investing in yourself. If you want to learn how to do real estate, pay your real estate agent or somebody who could teach you with that. Don't just buy a fucking house and then you're gonna
Oh,
make millions off your first house. You gotta pay for that coaching.
by the way, hold on. I forgot to even mention this. I
Obviously,
just
both
made
of
some.
these
I
bitches
just made
didn't have you. Oh, that's what's up.
some right now.
But everybody, just like my cousin Quinn said, man, everybody needs somebody. You might not need somebody to help you pay your rent or to train you to help you work out or to teach you how to fight or a box, but you are going to need a coach or a mentor at some point in your life. You were not born with the information to lead you in the right direction. You're going to need to come out of your pocket instead of buying makeup, instead of buying those Gucci shoes, pay for some coaching or mentors, even if you don't think you need it. That's the best time to get the coaching when you got the money and you don't even think you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas try to invest when they're broke. Nigga, invest when you don't need more money. Because then when you take a loss, you're not going to feel it.
Right.
Yes. Next topic. Huh?
Next topic.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Getting back at that. It's I, like my dad. I used to tell me. I always prepare for a rainy day. That way, when rainy days happen, you can weather the storm. You don't. You can weather the storm, and you can work outside in the rain, smiling. You happy to get rained on. Like I was prepared for this shit. Got my umbrella. Don't need it, but I got my umbrella.
That's bars. The best time to have an umbrella is when you don't need it, man. When you think you don't need it. Bars. Bars.
You can
Cheers
have
to that.
that. Sure. Cheers, bro.
Yes, I'm drinking a 40 and a Mike's Hard Lemonade. I'm grown. Shit. I worked hard. I
Shit,
worked hard for 2 weeks
I
and I
know.
still don't get paid for another week. Shit.
For real.
I just started my new job. It's looking real beautiful. Looking like I'm gonna be supervisor in that bitch in less than 2 years. I'm gonna be making six figures in less than 7 years. Nigga, I got a plan. That's why I'm not depressed. That's why you see all these McDonald's fights. That's why you see all these Waffle House fights. Niggas are just walking around mad because they don't have a plan. And they take it out on the next man. Just like
Man,
these bitches. They didn't have a plan. They had a plan, but they planned to fail.
they plan to work out on you. They plan to work out.
Be popping on Insta. I'm gonna follow them on Instagram too, just to see what I know they're gonna log in when they get in that cell.
Like how you get a cell phone in this bitch live? Damn,
You got more. This
just
bitch got
get
more
caught
clout in
going live.
prison than the street. It's fucked up, man.
You know the prison guards got IG too. They follow you. they follow everything. You see
If
this
you
bitch?
shout me out, I'm gonna give you an extra tray.
Like you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna wait till Clown Club. We're gonna wait till this live end on Clown Club. No.
No.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna bust them soon they do the next live, so we can be on there. So you pop off a new live.
You heard what I said
We
on there?
back live, baby.
If,
Ow! Green team on go. Green team on.
if you give me some pussy for the next 3 months, I'll give you a phone for free. And you gotta shout me out though. I gotta shout you. You gotta shout me out for a whole week and post my new song. It's called "Fucking on These Inmates" right after dark. Fucking on the inmates right after dark. They said I'm a fish, but I'm really a shark. When I was growing up, my teacher told me I wasn't smart. They kicked me out of gym class because I was thinking about art. Like, nigga, this shit's garbage. You can keep the phone, nigga. But okay, I think we graduated to the next topic.
All right. The next topic is Lil Wayne said there's no artist that can compete with him on verses. I say this might be one. There might be one or two. There might be one or two. And I'm gonna
I,
say Eminem. Eminem was one of them, and maybe Jay-Z. But I still say Lil Wayne come up top. That's me. I'm just a Lil Wayne fan. I still say he come up top. Greasy Drake is out of
okay.
conversation because he's still Lil Wayne's bars.
See, that's something that somebody said. Shout out to Simple P. I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. R.I.P. to him actually. He did say that Drake, not for the same reason that you said, but he said that Drake couldn't do a versus with Wayne because there would not be a Drake without Wayne. That was his reasoning. But he didn't say it necessarily like that. He said, "How could you put a versus against somebody who puts you in the position to be where you are?" That doesn't make sense. That's not a Personally, I don't think that's a good argument because if somebody's doing better numbers than you and they wouldn't exist without you. You can still compete on a certain level.
But when I don't know if you familiar with Drake's work or whatever, right?
I'm not.
But when he said I forgot what song was it. I think it was Trust Issues. I'm not really sure. Maybe Marvin's wrong. When he said women wanna fuck me like I'm them. Lil Wayne said it on matter of fact, Once You Suck It at Night with Killer Cam.
He did a remix to that, or he made a
No,
song
no, no.
and
He simpled that bar. Women wanna fuck like they're me and I'm them.
that's another thing. If you got a whole bunch of people in the lab and AI writing for you and shit, like that's not a fair competition, bro. That's like with the R&B, most people don't write their music in R&B.
No, no,
That's
I'm
not
just saying.
fair.
I'm just saying he got so many Wayne verses in his verses. You
Yeah.
can't.
I took a this just fell out the sky right now, this idea. Do you think that Wayne could do a versus battle with any groups? Like um Wayne versus Bone Thugs or 3 6 Mafia.
That'd be good. Because not only that, especially with 3 6, because he did songs with Juicy J, Project Pat. So after the verses, they can actually do some entertainment and do those songs together.
They could release a new track. Now, okay. So you
You know what
said
I'm saying?
Jay-Z
I'm saying after the show, they can actually, perform the
like
songs that
later.
they perform together.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like Gucci Man and Jeezy did. That was the most disrespectful uh, 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 that was the most disrespectful verses. But as far as a performance, nigga, and Jeezy just sat there and took it. But Jeezy's not, he's not an ignorant man. He's a smart guy, so he knew that was coming. This is somebody that you tried to get deleted, so you of course knew that he was gonna say something about that. But I'm glad that at the end he still
But
agreed to do so
but
ice.
Jizzy, and not only that, people don't realize it's a big age difference between Jeezy and Gucci too. It's a big age difference on that. People don't
How
realize
much? I didn't know. I didn't really realize that. They're like what, 5 years apart, 7?
something like that. God damn.
I think Gucci was born in '83. Well, Jeezy was born in like '79. Not Jeezy.
I got to look into that. But it's a little age gap. So with
Okay.
that being said, Jeezy there had no reason to be super energetic and stuff like that, like Gucci was, because in Jesus' mind, nigga, I want to be photo verses. I was
And
on,
he
and people don't realize that the verses was Gucci's trying to. The verses was really Gucci's get back when Jeezy was like, "Nigga, I already got you." That's why he was just chilling out there like, "Nigga, I won this shit."
you got to think how Jeezy thinks, bro. Jeezy has he Jeezy hasn't been in and out of prison or in and out of Gucci only went to prison once. A lot of people don't know that. He hasn't had a whole bunch of controversy behind him. He made more money than Gucci. He he did a lot better as far as branding. He showed a lot more growth without going to jail and without going to prison and things like that. So in his mind, he already won.
Yeah,
He already did that. From the jump, Jeezy was signed to, I believe it was Universal when they did So Icy, where Gucci was an independent artist. He's for the most part been an independent artist. I think he just signed his second major deal after he got out of prison. So he just felt like he was already the winner in the situation, and he was the dude who put the situation in play for him to get deleted, which he didn't. But at the end of the day, I can see why you said that. It's not just the age, but maybe the age is what put him in that position and his level of thinking. Also, Jeezy Jeezy's success came from where, of course, corporate thugging. Gucci has always been talking about what he was talking about on the hand to hand street level, standing on the block. Jeezy didn't necessarily talk about stand up, but he was always talking about bricks. He was always talking about large weight. He rarely, I don't want to say rarely, but his theme wasn't selling nickels and dimes, whereas Gucci was
no,
talking to the regular street level one guys, where Jeezy was talking about like big meats type of stuff. So it was a good contrast as far as their careers. And if none of this would have happened, Atlanta would have been way more evolved than it is right now. But the question is, we already put that list together. You said Eminem, Jay Z. There's one other person people were saying. What do you think about? I don't know if you listen to this person, but what do you think about Wayne versus Thug? Do you listen to Thug on a regular basis, or have you at
Young
any
Thug,
point?
yeah, Young Thug, yeah, but Young Thug don't. You don't have that. You don't have that same type of time frame too. You know what I'm saying? Well, Wayne can easily kill him with some older shit. And
They
versus
both have a
Young.
cult following, and they both changed the culture.
Yeah, but I'm saying Wayne would already killed them with the older shit. Then you still got the new Wayne shit coming that's still coming, and you know what I'm saying. So it would have been done. It would have been done.
I think I think Thug has over 20 platinum records though. Songs. Thug has at least 10 platinum records. I I looked
Yeah,
it up at some point. I think he has 20
but
platinum
but but I'm saying I'm
records.
saying I'm saying Wayne would already had the crowd in his favor after you know what I'm saying. It-
I think if Thug played Daddy,
I,
which is a classic, Wayne
listen,
came back with Go
no, like
Go DJ already grew on the people.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It like before Lil Wayne could get on 6 foot, 7 foot, it was already over. It was already over. You know what I'm saying? Like that,
So
you
okay,
gotta have. That's what I say. You gotta have somebody that's still on that same level. Like Jay-Z would have had that
uh,
hard night life, and people still, it's a hard night life for us. Steady treated, we, oh, you know what I'm saying? Or Eminem with that, you
lose
know,
yourself, or
that's
I'm Slim Shady.
or my name is what? My name
My
is
name
who?
is and then hard and go
Yeah,
DJ. Yeah.
yeah. So, so you gotta have we gotta think. Those songs that was already back in people's mind. You know what I'm saying? Even if you was only a child, you know the chorus to those songs.
So you think the nostalgia of a song outweighs the the popularity of it as far as the amount of people who it reached? Because everybody doesn't know Go DJ and Fireman, but I think more people might know certain Thug songs
Hold
because
on, hold
they
on,
were actually
hold on.
there.
But we talking about verses here. This is verses. This is not now or whatever. Verses is a thing for the fans. So it'll be more people that would tune in just for Wayne than over Thug. And if you're going by that crowd is already going to Wayne's favor anyway because majority of them came for Wayne. That's what,
Uh, ye- but if they don't know the Wayne song,
but but listen,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm just
If
saying,
they never go ahead.
I'm saying versus is way different than just a rap battle. It's gonna have fans from both sides pretty much, right?
Hmm.
And most of those crowd will be more on Wayne's side because Wayne they heard Wayne as a child and Wayne now too as well. He just don't have that overall ability. I like Thug myself. I like Thug, but it's just the facts. It's like he just don't have that long career.
So you think that okay? I'm gonna just play devil's advocate. These people were, let's just say, you were right, and more people did show up to listen to Wayne. What if a lot of people never heard Go DJ or Fireman because they were too young?
But they was hold on, they was still heard Lollipop. They was still have heard How to Love. The list, you know what I'm saying? Wayne literally still rapping to this day. He got a song out with NEL Chopper right now. That's on the radio. I forget the name of it. But that's what I'm saying. He you know, um or okay, what if he play I feel like Tunchi with Rich the Kid? Come on now.
These are you see, you're naming younger artists that typically grown people don't listen to.
But hold on,
To
still Thug's range though. That's still Thug's range. Come on now.
Thug came out in 2010 or 11, bro. No, he came out when I moved back to Atlanta the second time. He came out when Migos came out.
Like
So
what,
let's say
12,
if somebody
13?
was a couple years younger than me, let's say if they were 14 when Thug came out, they don't know old Wayne. You feel me? They might, cause yeah, niggas have the internet, but they're not. They weren't playing that as. They weren't waking up and
Hold on, but that's the same time. Hold on. You said two, that you said 2012 and everything. That's the same
mhm.
year the Carter 5 came out.
Why would
I
you
mean not
listen
the
to
Carter
the
5,
fifth
Carter 4,
installation of
Carter 4,
something if
Carter
you're not
4.
even familiar with the first one?
Hey, still the Carter Ford. It's still,
That's a
they still got
lot. That's a lot of that's a lot of albums, bro. And
exactly.
nah, that came out in 2000. That came out when I was still living in Chicago. Well, that was like within a year and a half, so that's close. That's close.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That
saying.
was
Still
less
have
than a year before that,
yeah, still have to
because I was only in. That
what
came out when I was staying
is it,
in
yeah,
Jefferson Park.
they had She Will on there. Come
Yeah,
on.
that came out a year before. That came out when I was 20. The Migos came out when I was 21.
So
Mm, I wouldn't say we can't really compare numbers because I mean I don't the numbers of an older song that came out in the early 2000s. You can't really compare that because Thug's music is more based on streaming, where you could stream an individual song. So the
dude,
popularity of a song you can't compare the two. Where people were buying CDs to listen to one song, because niggas did do that. To compare to where you could just pay $1 and listen to a song unlimited in your car off your phone. But I think Thug has enough popularity and culture influence to be able to, if there was an actual point system, it wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be 80-20. It would be like,
it'd be 70-30.
it'd be
I give
like
him 70
six,
30.
it wouldn't be 70-30, bro. It would be
Yeah,
like
I,
65-35.
you
That's
don't
the,
really you,
at the
oh god,
least, at the
dude.
least.
Like I said, like I said, you, this is versus here. Wayne could put out Wayne could put out 5 songs from each different area he rapped in. Who can really do that? Who can really do that for real? He can put out 5 songs for each era that he rapped
Okay,
in.
but from 2012 to now, that's still 12 years, bro. Doug could do that too. That's still 12 years. And that nigga Thug has a lot of music. And he has music with the Migos.
And I say
Does
it's
that
man.
the
And I
collabs
say it's
count?
man. Wayne can say the same thing. Wayne can do the same exact thing, bro. Wayne can do the same thing. You know, when the funeral come out,
You were breaking up on my end.
when the funeral came out, and I
Said
said,
Wayne can do the exact same thing.
yes, Wayne can do the same thing. I don't
Ah,
know,
you
mine is not
froze.
freezing up. Yeah, he's freezing up bad. I'm good, but yeah, in any era,
All right, there you go.
Wayne got him. It's about just on the things. Sorry to Thug. It's just it is what it is.
I don't think. I don't think it would be I don't think it would be a super blowout. I'll take back my 65-35. I think it would be like a 60-40. But at the end of the day, let me just ask you this, just as a lover of music: do you think it's easier to make? And this is kind of like this is a strange question to ask you, but do you think it's easier to make a timeless record compared to back then? Because I'll say this: I'm not a big Tupac fan anymore. I was when I was in high school and middle school, but a lot of people say Tupac's music is timeless. But I'm just like, this beat selection.
Check out time. That's all I gotta say. Check check out time and Thug Passion.
I'm not saying that he never did it. I'm just saying that they would play songs, and I'm like, this is not like. like within the last
Which
like
one? Which one is was
5 years.
harder to do?
Do you think there's more timeless music now back then?
I say back then it was really harder to make timeless music, especially in the rap game back then, because you had to compete with the old hits, um in that R&B and blues, and a little bit of with Michael Jackson as well, because people don't realize how big an impact Michael had on music itself. He was stepping on literally rappers' throats in a day. Like,
Nobody noticed.
I wouldn't even say when he died. I say when he slowly retired. That's when you start getting more of Pac, more of Biggie. When he stopped releasing music like that. And honestly, I think it was more of it, more of Michael Jackson's love of hip hop that he stopped making so he can start listening to more rap. Like I gotta start doing my thing because these rappers ain't gonna have a change. Sure.
And Lil Wayne. So let's just move to the next
You smoking? What's in that cigarette? That's a strong stick on that one, bro.
topic.
But
Flag on the play.
um oh God, when being ugly don't pay off. When being ugly don't pay off.
That nigga said that nigga watched that SpongeBob episode back to back. Am I ugly? Ugh. Proud my young
so
niggas. We're not ugly, Patrick. Our breath just stinks.
so hold on. So prank streamer, the the prank streamer, the Dream, he called himself Dream, deleted his face reveal video after backlash of him being ugly. You knew you was ugly. That's why you had the mask on in the first place. You knew you was ugly. You knew you was ugly.
That's
That's
a,
why you wore a mask.
I just
If
want to
nobody had
give.
to tell
I
you you
shouldn't
was
have to
ugly.
say
You
this.
knew. You knew you was ugly.
I really shouldn't have to say this, bros. But obviously, we're in a different time where participation trophies came out when in my generation. Okay, I'm not. I always grew up. My family is predominantly women, but in our household, because Travis is actually my blood cousin, my grandmother did not allow the little boys to socialize with the little girls during family events. She always put the little boys in the basement and the little girls in the back room for a reason. And now I'm saying why. Because you niggas act like bitches. Because you spend too much time with your girl cousins, your mommies, your aunties at the nail salon. I never wanted a participation trophy because I was always competing. I always knew that I wanted my W from a W. I always knew how to lose. Okay? Face reveals and wearing masks is for people that are not ugly. If you're ugly, just show it. We'll respect you. But for people, people, I give money for a game. I don't give money for entertainment. So if I sent you a super chat or a cash app, if you're a YouTuber, it's because I learned something from you. Because I value your information. These niggas raise hundreds of thousands of they people give their money because they expect you to be handsome or gorgeous. But if you took these people's money for this damn face reveal and you look like Tommy Sotomayor, bro, What? Why are you doing this to yourself? If you look like Sam, why are you, bro? That does not make sense. That's like a scam. It's not a scam, but it's a scam.
Dude, I'm ugly, so already know I'm just gonna show my ugly mug. You already gonna think I'm ugly. I'm just gonna show
Just
my
go
ugly.
forward with it, man. Just go forward with it because you can inspire ugly people and people that fit society standards of beauty that you could be successful and that you could. Do you know how much pussy he lost over that? Probably. Ugly, and he tried to deceive the people. Like,
Like damn, like you just hit on the point right there. You have so much self doubt and no confidence in yourself that you deleted the video after it's already been after it went viral.
this nigga
Nigga, just
deleted
keep
him.
it up.
You could have got more respect and pussy and
Not
love.
only that, even if I get a whole bunch of backlash, I still got motherfuckers hitting the on video just to see what the fuck I look like.
Exactly, bro.
I'm shit. Come with come with the comments. Keep saying I'm ugly. I be writing back. I make a burner account myself. I'm like that ugly motherfucker, that ugly motherfucker. I feed into it so I can get more people.
Exactly. You could have made a whole nother channel about the challenges of being an ugly motherfucker with clout. Now people know. Day one, they found out I was ugly. Day two, they found out I was ugly. I walked down Hollywood Boulevard today when they found out I was ugly. I walked down Broadway in New York. I walked down the Magnificent Mile in Chicago after my and still did it and inspired the ugly like O'Shea Duke Jackson, bro. Like the dude who gave me the information. What again? One of my favorite YouTubers. That nigga looks like a chewed up piece of gum that an anorexic bitch was trying to get all her nutrients from. That nigga is not attractive by any stretch of the imagination, but I get a lot of game from this guy. I get a lot of entertainment and knowledge and wisdom from this guy, bro. And he wears it like a badge of honor. Now, I will say I don't support grown men calling themselves ugly and hideous and all of that, even if it's in humor. I don't, cause that's what females do. I know I shouldn't be putting this on with my fat ass. That's what the bitches say, bro. So even if you are ugly, disfigured, disformed, a little person, fat, you shouldn't be calling yourself those things. You should be trying to improve your life in different ways, so people won't even care about that. But I digress. He could have monetized it. He could have definitely got some good money off of that, bro. He definitely could have, without even going in that direction.
Yeah.
Nigga, it's not something you could turn off. If you're 5'2", you can't pay to
Honestly,
get
self confidence is key. That's all I'm gonna
key.
say. Self confidence is key.
It's trusting yourself. If you don't trust you, just imagine being with a female or a man you don't trust. That's destruction. That's toxic.
Yeah,
But it's you.
he got toxic belief in himself. I don't want to get into that, man.
Having look, having
Self
low self
doubt. Self
confidence. That's like having a parent. That's like having two parents that's addicted to drugs, and you got a dog. Every time you walk in the house, he barks at you and bites you in the leg. That's exactly what it. That's what it is. Having no self confidence. That's not a good place to be ever, ever, ever. And the first key I would say is just knowing yourself, accepting yourself, trusting. I mean, and then it comes to trusting yourself. You can't trust somebody you don't know. And just because you might not fit society's standards of beauty, you can't trust yourself, nigga. That's something that could be, especially if you're a man, nigga. I'm gonna take it from I forgot who said it. I think it was a guy named Rollo Tomasi. There's no such thing as an ugly rich man.
facts.
Okay, just like my girlfriend said, bro. When I told her this, you know what her response was? There's no such thing as an attractive broke guy. Okay, so just work on your, and it's not even about the money. It's not even about the financial. It's about your skill sets and how you handle life.
Nah, yeah, it's a
There's no
mind.
such thing as an ugly rich man. You could be rich in knowledge, wisdom. You could be rich in understanding. You could be rich in health. There's no such thing as an ugly rich man. Riches does not always mean money. You could be funny as
And
fuck.
poor. Hold on, and I take and I'm about to back. I'm about to back on that. And poor doesn't mean money as well. It's poor decisions in life, poor choices, poor decision making, all of that.
Thank you.
Poor lifestyle choices.
Yep, exactly. This is why we make these. As entertaining as these pods are, it's not all about the hee-hees and ha-ha-ha. It's about the games. It's about the gems, these diamonds. Pick them up. Pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm gonna delete all my selfies, all the porn that I download, and if y'all guys want a porn downloader app, then slide in my DMs. I'll give it to you for a good $2. See, the bitches who just went to jail for cocaine. That's how you leverage your clout.
Right.
I don't watch porn like that, and I don't download porn. Nigga.
All right, we're gonna get off that little subject about this ugly motherfucker. No offense.
No offense, but all offense. We wouldn't be
Shit.
talking about this if you didn't hide your face, baby.
Right.
I bet he was
Reality
a cute
stuff.
little kid though. That's what you should
What's
have did,
going
nigga. You
on?
should have posted them baby pictures, nigga.
Hold on. What's going on with Tina Small making my coffee? What's wrong with her making my coffee?
Bro, she was on. I think she was
Beggars
on
Club.
Bad Girls Club, and then she was on the Bad Girls Club spinoff,
Yeah.
and she did some. I think it was one of their competition shows, and she won, and they gave her 100 bands. This is keep in mind, this is like
Hold
10,
on.
12 years.
Yeah, even though she made a total of over $1 million on this reality show and working at Starbucks. God damn.
You don't even got the you don't even got the Batista role. What? Nah, not Batista, Bar- barista. So you don't even get the tips, bitch. But I
She's hanging out. She's handing out the drinks at the drive-thru. Dang.
over there doing drive-bys, just like one of them gangsters. But it's not even about the. I don't knock anybody's hustle. If you work in I'll take
Mm.
that back. I don't knock anybody's hustle if you have a plan. But I don't knock anybody's hustle if you have a plan. But the fact that you went from something to being in a position where I don't know. I never had a conversation with her, so I can't say that she doesn't have a plan. But if you fell
It
so
just seemed
far,
like it's just seem in from what my eyes see, you have some backwards. You went you went from literally from being a star to can I take your order? And most people do the reverse. Most people go from can I take your order to being a star and never going back. So you had this plan to be on TV and everything. Like I said, made over $1 million in TV just to have a major setback of being a Starbucks record.
so the thing about that is a lot of women in her position, I would have to say 80, 70 at the lowest. They get well, we'll say just to keep it safe, we'll say 50-50. They can use their exposure to actually get themselves to the next level. And it might not be where they don't have to work for the rest of their lives. They might have a job, but they can still because a lot of these niggas have jobs. A lot of which is of course, like I just said, it's not a bad thing at all. If
No,
you,
that's not a bad
especially
thing.
if you're a minority, but at the end of the day, they have eyelashes. They have they have um they have something going on, some kind of entrepreneurial endeavor But the thing about these types of programs, and I'm using the word program for a reason. These types of programs is you're essentially trying to monetize toxic, negative behavior, undesirable behavior. It's called the Bad Girls Club, my nigga. Yeah, she did the Reformation School and she won all that money and she went on all these different shows, probably did some interviews. But you did all these socializing events. But who were you socializing with? You were kicking it with party girls, and you didn't run into anybody that could put you in a better position.
No,
It's
so
not
she
even about that you had the money. Niggas have came on that show that were homeless and made something out themselves. You know what I mean? And still going strong. I follow a couple of these people because I was a big fan. A lot of these people come from my city and come from Chicago, my first home, but it's still my second home. But at the end of the day, who were you networking with? You don't
Mhm.
know you. I'm I'm just using my discernment to say you burnt so many bridges that niggas were comfortable with allowing you to work at Starbucks. You stepped on somebody's toes or you talked to somebody the wrong way. You did something
plenty of
wrong.
times. Threw the wrong shoe at somebody. She threw the wrong shoe at
Exactly,
somebody.
because this show is essentially about socializing and how you relate to the world, bro. So how nobody in your circle was like, damn, you did this, you on your last 5 bands. Well, I'm gonna bless you with like 10 bands. You don't even have to pay me back, bro. I don't want you to. I don't even want you to be seen working at Starbucks. You were just that bitch 2 3 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it may be. Nobody had enough bread and love for you to protect you from your image being tarnished like that.
Yeah. Just random T what is that TMZ photo of you on Starbucks.
And look, and it had to be somebody that's older. It had to be somebody that's my age, your age, or a little bit older, because the show that she was on was when I was like 17, bro.
Yeah, so like and they must have been some type of fan just to know who this chick is.
I wouldn't even recognize this bitch. I probably went to that same Starbucks. I don't even go to Starbucks. If that was in
How about
Atlanta, I saw this bitch. I think she was from New York, but nah, bro. The,
yeah,
it's really all about it's about who you know. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say just like I'm gonna quote Kevin Samuels again, the Godfather RP. The people, what did he say? The strong rule the weak, but the smart rule the strong. The
yeah,
people at the
that's
top,
it.
they don't know the most. They just know how to control the most. Like,
And you know what? If I ever get bread, I need to have a conversation with two people. Mike Tyson and 50 Cent. If I ever get bread.
you said it all, bro. You said it all right there. It's all about, because what do those two people have in common? They stay relevant and they stay reinventing themselves.
And they stay making this.
They
They
stay
steady.
making good money, changing the changing the culture, and making money at the same time, and being viewed as some of the worst types of people you could be.
Yeah,
Like, you feel me?
yeah.
If I two people I would want to have a conversation with, I would probably say Russell, the Run DMC dude. I don't even know his
Russell
name.
Simmons.
Russell Simmons, and I would say Sharp from Software. I mean, from No Jump.
Okay.
Off the top, I mean, if I actually thought about it for real, yeah,
Oh, sure.
definitely.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna go into this last topic because I need to hurry and start doing some things. But Tyrese on Vlad
Mm.
being culture vulture. I get why. Well, Tyrese say it, but at the same time, I still kind of like bad. I kind of like Bad's content at the same time.
Yeah.
I just wish people that go in there don't snitch on themselves. Just say no to the question. Just say I don't want to talk about this subject. That's all. Don't get on this snitch. Saying that man Cadillac trade D this and that. No, you don't go on blast talking about me, guy. Don't go on blast talking about me.
It is. I mean, I got too much to say, man. I will say this. It's not really about. It's about people taking responsibility because I did give you rule number one for being in the street. As far as planning to leave, the use of the street is to get out of the street. Just treat the street like a fat bitch, man. Like you might be into big bitches or something like that, but if you're not and you're just using her because you just got out of jail and you need somewhere to stay or you lost your job and you're trying to save your money for a car and you just been fucking her, whatever the case may be, treat the streets just like that. You got to be smart to be in the streets is rule number two, my guy. So at the end of the day, him saying that, oh, Vlad is the feds, nigga, Vlad admitted that he is a culture vulture, and Vlad has done more for your culture than you have, which is kind of like you're a culture vulture trying to act like you have all this clout and all this pull and all this power, trying to bring people to these protests for your own child support. At the end of the day, I don't agree with the amount of money that Tyrese has to pay. I don't believe that somebody should pay the minimum. I don't think a child should live on the exact same level as an adult because they don't make any money. They should not have the minimum, but you shouldn't be rainbow shopping for your child if you're Gucci down, you know. But for him to say that about Vlad,
Is
I
that
think
what
it
you
was
trying to
totally,
do?
huh?
Is that what you trying to do?
No, no, I'm not accusing him of that at all.
Oh,
But for
God.
him to be trying to call the troops in and oh, we got to protest at the city hall for my child support. Like, bro, that's your business. I don't know how many black men actually overpaid to that extent for child support. If you can't see your daughter and you have to pay that much, that definitely will get custody, bro. I'm sorry that's going on in your life, but that's not an important enough reason for you to be acting all erratic. I think the dude has some mental health issues. He put a camera in his face when he was crying, putting people in his business. I think it was good for the self awareness of the people to see where we are
Yeah,
as far as child
didn't we do a video about that?
about him crying in front of the camera because the chick wouldn't
No, no,
no
no,
because
no.
that happened years ago.
I ain't talking about the crime, but we talked about Tyrese on something. I forgot what the subject was. Maybe it was child support. Maybe it
We
was.
oh no, it wasn't Tyrese. We were talking about how the chick said that she would have preferred Paul Walker over him if Paul Walker was still alive. His
Oh,
girlfriend said that.
damn, you losing your girl to a dead white guy. Damn, that's sad. That's sad. That's sad in itself. A dead
If
white.
you look, I can't even. I'm not a homosexual or anything like that, and I'm not for. To be totally honest, I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm black. I'm a black man. I'm not really for a white man dating black women. I'm black. I can have my own opinions on my own race. You could do what you want to do. I'm not gonna attack you, try to burn your house and kidnap your kids, anything like that. But I'm not really into that, bro. But notice I said black women and white men. I don't have a problem with my people dating white women because it's a different dynamic biologically. We'll just say that. But at the end of the day, of course, she would prefer Paul Walker to Tyrese because this nigga Paul Walker didn't show any symptoms of being a fucking feminine nutcase. Look at this nigga Tyrese, bro. Look at this baby boy ass nigga. It's a spider on my. I do want to discuss this, even though this is going. Vlad is a culture vulture. He already said it out of his mouth. Niggas fuck with Vlad more than Tyrese. Vlad did more for the community than Tyrese. I'm not going to war for Tyrese. I'm not going to be protest. I wouldn't protest for anything because I think protesting is lame. But I'm not. If I were to protest for anything, it wouldn't be for Tyrese. But let me discuss this one concept with you, bro.
Hold on, and he's still getting choked up by the old man Ben Reigns. He's still getting choked up by the old man. He's still getting choked up by the
Bro, I wish we would have recorded that conversation with the Baby Boy too, bro. If you want to do something for the culture, bro, record Baby Boy 2, and I might fuck with you. That's a hashtag
Again,
Baby Boy
you gotta
2
get
on the way.
Reigns in the real. There's no reason
Hashtag.
to choke you up.
What was what?
Oh shit, yeah. All right. Hold on. Hello?
Talking to me?
Yeah. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Okay, cool. All right.
Let me just
Man,
let's have this discussion real quick, bro. Just real quick, and then you can handle what you need to handle. So
okay, cool. Because I got
Vlad
my parents coming. I got
submitted
my
it.
parents coming over.
Okay. So
Yeah,
Vlad said in a recent interview with Boosie that he thinks that Tupac and Tyrese got stuck. I'm just trying to talk as quickly as possible. So he said that he listened to a couple Biggie interviews and articles that Biggie did, and he said that after Tupac did Juice, he was way different, and he felt like he was stuck in that character of being Bishop. Okay, because he wasn't as loud as rambunctious and flamboyant until he did Bishop, and he was stuck in that thug mentality, that killer mentality after he did the Juice role. So he was saying that he
not
thinks that
really.
Ty,
Tupac was think about back when he was back when Tupac was with Digital Underground. He still had that thuggish, rugged in him. It was already in him. He just didn't put in his music out anything out yet. He didn't put it into this music because he was trying to he was trying to monetize being somewhat positive.
but if you
It's just
think about it, bro, think about it. He went to acting school, so and they have certain techniques to get you to be in that role. So maybe he just applied it way too much and it's stuck, and he just got stuck like that.
I don't even think it's that. Is like I said, it was always in him because of all the shit he had to endure and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was probably he was already he was matter of fact he was beating up drug dealers trying to sell dope to his mom or before that.
That's
So
natural.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Uh, you don't think
he
that
was
gave him a little
already a
bit more
tough
of
guy.
an edge?
Yeah, he was already a tough guy. It's just that I really think it was more of his case, that rape case, where he just said fuck everybody and just became more hardcore. I think that's what really done it.
Being in that and being reintroduced to that environment. So
Yeah,
Vlad's
I
point
think
was
I
he
think
thinks that. No,
I
go ahead.
think that I think prison really pushed him over the top. I don't think it's I don't think it's that Bishop role because Bishop wasn't really that tough guy though. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't a rah rah type of person. He was one of those like silent people. But actually, I haven't seen Juice in like 10 years or so. But the whole thing that Vlad was saying about Tyrese is he thinks that Tyrese is stuck in the Jody character because he's behaving like Jody would behave, but in real life.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I can see that. But then again, he Tyrese always been that soft dude anyway.
He is an R&B singer. A lot of people
I'm
seem
talking.
to forget that. That doesn't mean you're soft, but
No,
if you have to constantly tap into those feelings and you're listening to Temptations and oldies and shit all day, just like a lot of these niggas listen to drill music and they think that they could actually do some of the things they hear in them songs.
yeah, it's you know.
I think
It's not a bad on Tyrese, but damn, dude, stop getting your feelings though.
yeah.
Key, do you love me? Yeah, stop getting those feelings. Stop getting your feelings. You know,
I do
what
want
you need to do? Act like he's in one of those Fast and Furious movies at all times. Act like
bro, exactly. You did this
act like
10
that guy.
times. You can't act like that. What's his name? Rome? You can't be
Yeah.
Rome. Be Rome.
You played more of Rome than you played Jody, and he acted more like Jody every day.
You played Jody for 2 weeks. You played Rome for
For
almost a
20
whole year
years.
collectively. 20 years. You came out in Fast and Furious 2. I saw that in theaters when I was in 7th grade, man. Come on, and I bought the DVD.
I got the DVD right now.
And I got
Hold
the
on.
director's cut with the cut scenes. I got the double disc, nigga. But I do want to leave this. I think you could exit, and I might still be on, but I'm gonna leave the pod with a positive tip. It is all about your exposure. I was watching a guy from Chicago who was a former police officer. His name is, shout out to him, 9 to 5 Millionaire is his name on YouTube. Um, but he said pretty much your exposure to life is gonna lead you to success. Oh, all right, man.
All right, peace out.
Peace.
Hold on. Let me say this one thing. Love everyone you're around and have a blessed day. Stay blessed.
Peace, man.
I try to type in back in.
Cool. But 9 to 5 Millionaire was a police officer from Chicago. He felt like he didn't have any way out besides actually being a police officer. And he ended up changing his life because he was exposed to, the face of success. Your exposure, what he said out his own mouth was, your exposure is ultimately going to determine your level of success. So if you expose yourself to foolishness, I'm not a big product of my environment type of person. I believe you make your own choices, and to a certain extent. But at the end of the day, if that's Tyrese's case, that's a great definition, a great example of what not managing your mental health looks like. You do have a choice. We all have choices, but at the end of the day, it's all about the first things. You got to flush that down the toilet, man. You cannot. You can't. You. Some people I wouldn't even let use my restroom. You feel me? And I'm speaking metaphorically. But at the end of the day, I hope that if Tyrese is having mental health, it's a black man, but because he's a man and other people can see him. No niggas for people to improve the standards of the black community. But you have exposed the fact that, and we need to love what we're doing. And every breath in our body should be appreciated. So I do want to say, take care of yourself, love yourselves, and love your